Hello, good morning. I am having a very much difficulty with the sound. The sound is not working. You can barely hear me now because I'm very close to the computer. But I've been trying to make it work for a while and I cannot make it work. Can you even hear me now? So I'm not sure if we can do the class because you will not be able to hear me at all. I am truly sorry for it. Yes, you hear me now, but if I go far, if I can't hear, you cannot hear me. Can you tell me if you can hear me now? Tell me if it's okay, the sound right now. Is it okay? How's the sound back there? Okay. I mean, I made like many trials and it was not working. Okay, I'm not sure. We'll see how it works. Tell me again if it's fine, because I was trying, but it was not really possible. Tell me one more time. Was it okay? Okay. Okay. Let me just do a couple more. Hello. Okay. We see how it works. It's been a pretty rough morning. It's funny about the sound, because what I wanted to say was that we need to return often to silence. Kind of a funny thing, funny coincidence. There is so much noise in our head. It's not the noise that there is outside. The noise that there is outside, it's not really the problem. The so-called problem, which is not really a problem unless it becomes too much, but the so-called problem is the noise that we have inside. It's the continuous talking of our mind, continuous arguing and talking and planning and hoping and and this continuous movement of the mind, and that we should sometimes throughout our days, so not sometimes throughout our months, but sometimes throughout our days, we should have a few seconds of trying to stop, to stop the movements, to stop the noise, and to hear silence, to connect to silence. Um, what I was thinking that is very interesting is that silence is not something that we have to create. Some silence is something that we only have to discover. Um, Noise has to be created all the time. Every second, we need to create noise. With the sound, with the talking, with the thinking, with the banging into something, we create sound. But silence is nothing that we have to create. Silence is something that, when all the noise stops, then silence appears. Silence is always there, waiting for us. It's all the time. Silence is there. Silence is there, and there was a quote. I don't remember exactly, but something like, "Silence is God's voice." Something like that. I am paraphrasing, but something like, silence was God talking, and and I think we need to hear God's voice, or whatever we call it, life's voice, the voice of the universe. And I think it's something that we need to value very much. All our conflicts, every conflict that we have, is based on a sound in our mind. Um, is a point of view that we take about a particular situation, and the point of view is a thinking, and we need to think. We need the noise in order to live a practical life. We cannot stop thinking. We cannot stop the noise. But we can create a moment of stopping. We can see that there is something else. There is much more than the surface sounds and the surface noise, than the surface thinking about life. There is a whole depth, and this depth, you enter this depth through silence. So now, for me, with this sound, I had a lot of conflict, a lot of noise in my head, and but the silence, it was right there waiting for me. The silence is right here waiting for me, waiting for all of us to connect to it. And so I would like to make this class about the silence. I will be talking because I will be explaining. Hopefully you can hear me if the sound works well. But still, even right below the noise, right below, it's very close. It's not deep, it's not far at all, but very close, right below the sounds, right below the noise, there is the silence. And we can access it if we value it enough. So let's go for it. One more thing is that I mentioned last week I got injured That was another thing that created a lot of sounds in my head. I pull a muscle in the inguinal area, and I am doing much better, but still there are several things I cannot do, especially when we come to the sun salutation. There is one particular stretch, a very important one, but I cannot do it, so I will just talk you through, but I will not be able to do it myself. But I think most of you have been in the classes before, so it will not be so difficult. So let's go to the class. If you don't hear me, please write in the live chat, and I will see that there is a movement, and I will come to see what the problem is. So the sound is not working very well. So if something happened, please write it in the live chat. So I will see the movement, and I will come to see what it is. I hope you can hear me well. Let's go to the mat. Cross your legs in a comfortable position. Pull the glutes back so you find your seat bones. Push the seat bones against the floor, extend the spine, open the chest, relax the shoulders. Extend the arms, keeping the shoulders down, extend the arms. Pull the crown of your head up, the seat bones are pushing down. Connect to the body, connect to the silence. Connect to your breathing. Inhale, extend the spine, pushing the crown of your head up. Exhale, put the left hand on the floor and gently extend the right arm out. Keep pushing the right sit bone down. Keep pushing, push the right arm up. Soften your face, allow the air to flow, and breathe. Allow the air to flow. Inhale, come up, extend the spine, push the crown of your head up. Exhale, go to the other side. Push your left sit bone down, the left arm gently out. Feel the stretch on the left side of your body. And don't go out with your thoughts. Stay here. The only way to find the silence is if you are here now. Actually, the going out is the noise. And slowly, inhale, come up. Push the crown of your head up. Exhale, one long exhalation. Extend as you exhale. Inhale, come up. Push the crown of your head up. Exhale, gently go to the other side. Inhale, come up, extend. Exhale, go to the other side. Inhale, come up, extend. Exhale, go to the other side. Inhale, come up, extend. Exhale, just relax the arms. Bring the left leg behind you. Keep the right foot, the right leg slightly in front. Just bring it behind you. Try to keep this as much as you can, your seat bones pushing against the floor. Very probably the left sit bone will stay slightly up, but try not to bring it too high. Try to push it down. Extend the spine. Try to come as much as you can on top of your sit bones. Open the arms again. Inhale. Exhale. Turn towards your right. Put the left hand on top of on the outside of your knee and the right hand behind you and gently twist, keeping your spine long. Try to keep pushing the left sit bone against the floor within the possibilities. Keep pushing the crown of your head up. Inhale, coming to the center, push the left sit bone down. Exhale, turn, bring the right hand to the outside of your knee and your left hand behind you, and gently push against your knee to try to twist your body the other way. Keep your spine as long as you can. Keep your spine as long as you can. Connect to your breathing, connect to the silence. Find the silence. The thought will keep coming, the thought will keep making the noise, but try to find the silence anyway. Inhale, center, extend. Exhale, go to the other side. The hand on the outside of your knee and gently push on your knee and stay there breathing. Feeling the twisting on your back. Inhale, center, extend. Exhale, turn to the other side. Inhale, center, extend. Exhale, turn to the other side. Try to keep the left sit bone pushing against the floor within the possibilities. Inhale, center, extend. Exhale, turn to the other side. And the last time, inhale, center, extend. Now, bring the left hand to the outside of your knee. Push against your knee, twist, and at the same time, bring the right arm around and feel the intense stretch on the lower back and also on the right side of your body. Keep twisting, so you keep pushing with your left hand against your knee. This makes you open the chest, and at the same time, with your right arm, you extend to the other side and feel this intense twist on the whole of your body. Stay there breathing. Stay there breathing. Keep pushing with your left hand, trying to twist your spine slightly more if you can, just for a few more seconds. And slowly, inhale, come up, extend the arms. Exhale, relax the arms. Extend the left leg out. Bring the right foot closer to your hips, closer to your inside of your left thigh. Open the arms. Inhale. And exhale, bring your left hand towards your foot, wherever you can reach. Open the trunk and extend the right arm out. And then bring the arm around, like if you want to bring the hand towards your foot. Open, open. Keep pushing the right shoulder back. Try to reach. Doesn't matter how much you reach. You may reach your knee, you may reach your foot. Whatever you reach, extend, open. Stay there breathing. And slowly inhale, come up. Exhale, relax the arms. Change your legs the other way around. You bring the left leg in front and the right leg behind you. Now you try to bring the right sit bone against the floor. I don't reach, especially also because I have my problem in this area, but it's not easy to reach the sit bone down. You just try to do that. Open the arms. Inhale. Exhale. Twist towards your left. Bring the right hand on the outside of your knee and the left hand behind you and gently twist. And stay there breathing. Feel the twisting on the whole of your body. Inhale, coming to the center. And exhale, bring the left hand to the outside of the other knee and the right hand behind you and twist to the other side. Keep your spine long. Keep trying to push the right sit bone against the floor. Inhale, coming to the center, open the arms. Exhale, twist to the other side. The right hand on the outside of your knee, the other hand on the floor, helping you to keep your spine long, but at the same time pushing with your right hand, twisting your body. Allow the air to flow. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Stay there, breathe. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Try to find the silence. Don't get lost on your thought. Stay with the body, stay with the twisting, and hear the silence. Find value in it. And the last time, inhale, extend. Exhale, bring the right hand on the outside of your knee, and your left arm goes around. And at the same time that you push with your right hand outside of your knee, you bring the left arm around, and you feel this intense stretch. Gently, gently. Notice your breathing. Hear the sounds. Hear the silence. And slowly, inhale, come up. Exhale, relax the arms. Very gently extend the right leg out. Only the right leg. Bring the left foot closer to the inside of your right thigh. Open the arms. Inhale. Try to push both sit bones against the floor. Exhale, bring the right hand to the outside of your foot, to the foot. Open the chest. Push the left shoulder back. Open the arm. And then bring the left arm around. And stay there breathing for a few seconds. Feeling the stretch of your body. Connect to your body. Deep and fluid breathing. Deep and fluid breathing. Feel the stretch. Doesn't matter if you don't reach the foot, you can reach the knee. Just keep the chest open. That's what is important. Keep the chest open, the left shoulder pushing out, and then the left arm, like if you want to bring the hand towards your foot, but keeping the left shoulder as far as you can. Allow the air to flow. And at the same time, try to reach within the possibilities towards your foot, independent of if you reach your foot or wherever you reach. And slowly, inhale, come up, open the arms. Exhale, relax the arms. Extend both of your legs in front. Shake a bit your legs. Move a little bit your feet. One way and the other way. Now, I want you to lie on the floor, and I would like to do some breathing exercises before we continue with the gym. Just lie on the floor. Put your feet on the floor. The feet are slightly away from your glutes. The feet are on the floor, parallel to each other, and the knees are right on top of your feet. We are going to do what is so-called the yogic breathing, which is, first of all, I want you to try to breathe only with your tongue. Often we breathe, just stay down there, I will come closer to the computer. Very often we breathe only here in the chest. These are the stressful breathings. These people are very in a hurry, doing many things, very, very conflicted, very stressed. That's the breathing that most people do most of the time. We want to try to breathe down here in the tummy. So just to start with, stay lying down. It's easier if you lie down. Put your hands, like the big fingers, the middle fingers touching each other. You put the fingers right below your navel, and then try to breathe. Inhale, push your tummy out so the fingers separate slightly, and then exhale always through the nose. The fingers come close to each other. And just keep doing that. Just breathe with your tongue. Try to make it as deep as you can, the inhalation and the exhalation. Take your time. Inhale into the tummy, exhale into the tummy, only to the tummy. Try not to bring the air up to the chest. We will do this soon, a little bit later, but now just keep the air only in the tummy. It's like if the tummy inflates like a balloon, and then it relaxes down. It expands like a balloon and down. And stay there. Do this for a few seconds. Also, the breathing as a separate thing, it will help you to quiet the mind. It will help you to hear the silence more. But that's a side effect, important side effect. But let's not concentrate on that now. I want you to concentrate on the air coming in and the air going out, only in the tongue. Okay, now I want you to bring the hands right below your breast, on your ribs. Again, the big fingers are touching each other. And this is a bit more difficult because this is an area which most people don't breathe. I want you to feel that the ribs expand out, not in front, but to the sides. So when you inhale, try not to inhale neither on your tummy, not on your chest, but only on your ribs. So the feeling when you inhale is that the ribs expand towards the outside of your body. The left to the left, the right to the right, they expand out. And you neither breathe with the tummy, not with your chest. It may not come. For most people, the ribs are very tight, but it's a very helpful exercise. Actually, dancers, for example, they mostly breathe with the ribs. If you go to a ballet on your clothes, you will see how they really expand their ribs out, in and out. Just a couple more times. Now I want you to breathe with your chest. This is easier because most people, that's what they do. Just put your hands above your breast. Just the big fingers are touching each other. And you just breathe. It's a shorter breath. Most people, when if you tell them to take a deep breath, that's what they will do. They will expand their chest. But here, there is no air at all. But for now, just for a few seconds, just breathe with your chest. Okay. Now, we will put these three parts together. So we put the hands in the tummy, push all the air out, exhale all your air, and then try to inflate the tummy as a balloon. Then bring the hands to your ribs, try to expand your ribs, and then put your hands on your chest and try to expand your chest. If you do it, you have this wonderful feeling of expansion, and then try to exhale first to the chest, then to the ribs, and then to the tummy. You can repeat it right away, or you can take a couple of normal breaths and then do it again. Remember, to start, first push all the air out, and then tummy, then ribs, then chest, and then to exhale, chest, ribs, tummy. This is a so-called yogic breathing, or we can better call it full breathing. We use the whole capacity of the lungs to inhale and exhale. So take your time. You can close your eyes and just concentrate on the part that you're breathing in. If it's in your tummy, just bring attention to your tummy and try to feel that the air expands your tummy. Then concentrate on your ribs. Feel that the air expands your ribs outside. And then concentrate on your chest and feel that it opens the chest. And then empty the chest, empty the ribs, empty the tummy. Do it at your own time. There is no hurry. There is no hurry. If you get dizzy, take a few seconds, stop doing this intense breathing. Just breathe normally for a few seconds. And then do it again. First, push all the air out. Then, inhale to the tummy, inhale to the ribs, inhale to the chest, and then exhale the chest, exhale the ribs, exhale the tummy. But to do it just 2 more times. Start with a deep exhalation, and then just do it 2 more times. Tummy, ribs, chest, chest, ribs, tummy, 2 times, complete. And then at your own time, when you finish, just breathe normally for a few seconds. Stay lie down. You can relax your legs. You can extend the legs in front, or you can put the sole of your feet together and open your knees. And just stay there for a few seconds, trying to hear the sound. Just stay in your body. Try to hear the sound. Stay there, breathe. And then very gently bring your knees to your chest. Extend your neck, which means push the crown of your head like you want to reach the wall behind you. And gently push your chin towards your chest, so your neck is very long.
shoulders away from the ears. Open the arms with the palm facing down. And bring your knees all the way towards your right side. Relax the right leg on the floor. Relax the left foot on top of the right foot. Turn your head towards your left hand. Stay there for a few seconds, feeling the twisting on your back. And slowly, inhale, bring your knees up. Exhale, bring the knees all the way towards the other side. Relax the left leg on the floor. Turn your head towards your right hand. Stay there for a few seconds, breathing. If you just come to the class, the sound is not working very well, so you may not hear me very well. That's how it is this class today. Keep your shoulder blades pushing against the floor. Inhale, bring your knees up. Exhale, bring the knees all the way towards your right side. Turn your head towards your left hand. Inhale, come up. Exhale, go to the other side. Turn your head towards the right hand and keep going. But do it with the breathing. You inhale when you come up and you exhale when you go either right or left. Inhale, exhale. And keep going slowly, paying attention to your body. Just a couple more times. And slowly bring your knees to your chest. Embrace your knees. Push your knees towards your face. Bring your face towards your knees. Become very, very small. Really compressing your body. And then extend the legs in front. Bring the arms behind your head. Extend your body. Pull on the right arm. Pull on the left arm. Extend your body. Enjoy a good stretch. And bring your knees to your chest. Put your hands on your knees. Cross your feet. And balance your body up and down a few times. Up and down a few times. And the next time, either come up, bring the hands to the front of the mat, or just simply sit, push the floor, bring the hands in front, and either walk or jump back into a push-up position. Stay there for a few seconds. Push the floor with your hands. Neither collapse your hips nor bring your hips too high. Stay there breathing. Push the floor with your hands. Allow the air to flow. If it's too much, you put your knees on the floor. But if you can't, you keep your knees up for a few more seconds. Within the possibilities, allow the air to flow. Now, try to bring your left elbow and right elbow to the floor. If it's too much, you keep your knees on the floor. Or if you can, if it's all right, just keep one knee on the floor. Otherwise, keep both up. So you can keep both knees on the floor. You can keep one knee on the floor, or you can keep both knees up. Push the floor with your elbow. Allow the air to flow, shoulders away from the ears. And again, within the possibilities, right hand, left hand, come up into a push-up position. Push the floor with your hands. It's fine to put your knees on the floor. But try to keep the weight on your hands. We are strengthening the upper body. Breathe. One more time. Put your left elbow on the floor and the right elbow on the floor. It's fine to put your knees on the floor or put one knee on the floor. If you can, keep both knees up. Push the coccyx towards your heels, extending the lower back. Inhale. Exhale, relax your hips. Push the floor with your elbows and open into this Sphinx position. Push the floor with your elbows, shoulders away from the ears. The palms are right in front of you with the fingers extended. Allow the air to flow. Inhale. Exhale, slowly go down. Bring the arms in front. Put your forehead about 2 centimeters above the floor, which means don't look up. Inhale, tie the abdomen, and exhale, bring the arms and the legs off the floor. Push the navel up. Push the navel up. Keep the arms off the floor. You don't have to come very high. You don't have to come very high. Just try to stay off the floor. Tighten the abdominals. Allow the air to flow. Allow the air to flow. Inhale, come slightly higher if you can. Exhale, relax down. Put the hands on the floor. Push the floor with your hands. Come up onto your knees. And gently sit back on your heels. Bring the forehead to the floor. Feel the stretch on your lower back. And take a few seconds in the child's position. Stay there. Relax your arms, relax your shoulders, relax your face. Allow the air to flow. Allow the air to flow. Now extend the arms in front. Keep the position, just extend the arms in front. Walk with your hands like if you want to reach the front of your mat. Spread your fingers. Inhale, come up onto your knees and very gently open into a cobra. Push the floor with your hands, shoulders away from the ears. Tie the abdominals gently to protect the lower back. Remember the shoulders, to have the shoulders down and back. To open the chest. Open the chest. Allow the air to flow. And to hear the silence. The silence is here. We create the noise, we create the thoughts, the problems, the worries. But the silence is right here, waiting for us all the time. All the time. Put your toes on the floor. Come up onto your knees. And gently push the floor with your feet. Push your chest towards your thighs. Keep your heels up. Make sure your fingers are spread and the middle finger is pointing right towards the front. Push the chest towards your thighs. Push your sit bones up. Now extend the right heel, the right leg, pushing the right heel towards the floor. Keep pushing the floor with your hands. Keep pushing the chest towards your thighs. Soften your neck, soften your face. And change. Extend the left leg, bend the right knee. And extend the other leg and play with your legs, like if you're walking on the mat, the right and the left. Keep pushing the floor with your hands. Soften your neck, soften your face. And then extend both of your legs, pushing the heels towards the floor. Push the floor with your hands. The hands, the hands are pushing to the floor, like the hands wants to get away from the floor. So you're extending the arms, pushing the floor with your hands, extending the arms. You soften your neck, and then it's like if you want to bring your chest towards your thighs, and the heels pushing towards the floor. So the hands are pushing down, the seat bones are pushing up, and the heels are pushing down. Stay there, breathe. If at any moment you feel it's too much, you put your knees on the floor and you take a break. And it's fine to take a break any moment you need to. Breathe, breathe. Now remember, I have a problem in a muscle here, so I will not be able to do some of these movements. So I will just walk you through, but I will not be able to do it myself. I just cannot extend this muscle right here in the inguinal. So you do it, I will just talk you through. Hands on the floor. So push the left heel against the floor, extend the right leg out and up. Keep pushing the floor with your hands. Imagine you want to bring the left heel towards the floor. Soften your head, soften your neck, soften your face. Inhale, exhale, bring the right knee towards your face, pushing the weight is on your hands as much as you can. Again, go back. Inhale, out and back. Exhale, knee towards your face. The weight is on your hands. Last time. Inhale, out and back. Exhale, knee towards your face. Inhale, and exhale, bring the foot between your hands. That's what I cannot do. But you try to bring the foot between your hands. You keep the left leg extended, not like me. This is how it should look. The right foot is on the floor, the left leg is behind you. You're pushing the floor with your hands. Stay there breathing. Feel the stretch of your body, and then gently you push the floor with your right foot, and you slowly come up. Keep your shoulders down. Don't push your ribs out. Keep your ribs in. The right knee keeps pushing in front. Extend the arms. Try to square the hips. Breathe. And slowly inhale, hands on the floor. Right foot back, push-up position. Now, you can put your knees on the floor, and please, most of you do that. Some of you can keep your knees up, slowly going down. Push the floor, come up into a cobra. Open the chest, shoulders away from the ears. Put your toes on the floor and come up into a down dog. Start with your knees bent, push your chest towards your thighs, and then extend your legs. And breathe. Allow the air to flow. Now push the right heel against the floor, extend the left leg out and up. Stay there breathing. Imagine you want to bring the right heel towards the floor. Try to extend the left leg as high as you can, but don't bring the hip up, only the leg up. Soften your neck. Inhale. Exhale, bring the left knee towards your face. The weight is on your hands. Push the knee up. Inhale, out and back. Exhale, knee towards your face. Last time. Inhale, out and back. Exhale, knee towards your face. Inhale. Exhale, foot between your hands. If you cannot, just gently grab the foot and bring it forward within your possibilities. Now push the floor with your left foot and slowly come up. Shoulders down. Keep your ribs in, extend the spine. Your spine is really perpendicular to the floor. Neither in front, not too much back. Extend the spine, shoulders down, extend the arms. Breathe. Slowly, hands on the floor, left foot back. Knees on the floor or not, slowly going down. Inhale, come up into a cobra. Put your toes on the floor and come up into a down dog. Play with your legs, extending one, extending the other one, and then try to push your heels towards the floor, sit bones up, chest towards your thighs. Allow the air to flow. Breathe. We will do another one, a bit more flowing. And we will do several more of these flowing. Left heel against the floor, right leg out and up. Inhale. Exhale, knee towards your face. Stay there. Inhale. Exhale, foot between your hands. Slowly, inhale, come up. Exhale, hands on the floor. Right foot back. Push-up position. Slowly going down. Inhale, come up. Toes on the floor, come up into a down dog. Take a couple of deep breaths, soften your neck. Right heel against the floor, left leg out and up. Inhale. Exhale, knee towards your face. Inhale. Exhale, foot between your hands. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands on the floor. Left foot back, slowly going down. Inhale, come up. And come up into a down dog. Now, from here, bend a bit your knees, look between your hands, and you can either walk or you can jump between your hands. But from here, I want you to sit on the floor and bring your feet up. Extend the arms, or put the hands on the floor, or put your hands behind, put your elbows behind your body. But try to keep your legs in this position. The heels and the knees are at the same level. So the legs remain there. The knees are slightly away from your hip, not close to you, but away from your hips. You can keep your elbows down, you can keep the hands in front, or you can extend the arms in front. Shoulders down, tie the abdominals. Stay there, breathe. Put your hands on your knees, round the spine, and slowly go down. Rest your head for a moment. Take a couple of deep breaths. Hear the silence. Hear the silence of this moment. It's fine to stop, just for a moment. Now bring the shoulder blades off the floor. Keep your chin away from the chest. Extend the right leg, pointing the right foot. Bring the hands to the left knee, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale. Change the legs, hands on the right knee. Barely touching your knee. Inhale. Exhale, change. Exhale, change. Exhale, change. And keep going slowly. Now, every time you change your legs, you push the air out to your mouth and you tie the abdominals. You inhale through the nose and you exhale through the mouth, tighten the abdominals. So you can think of like two different exercises. One is keeping the shoulder blades off the floor and then changing the legs. That's one exercise. The other exercise at the same time is pushing the air out to your mouth and tighten the abdominals every time. You push the air out to your mouth, tie the abdominals. Keep your shoulder away from the, keep your neck long, the chin away from the chest. If it's too much for your neck, support the head with one hand. Try to do it for a few more seconds. Support the head with one hand, and then with the other hand, you go from knee to knee. Just a few more seconds. Remember to push the navel in and relax down. Relax the shoulders. Allow the air to flow. Hear the silence. The silence is here. We don't have to create it. We just have to stop doing something, which is stop thinking, stop worrying, stop planning, just for a moment. And then cross your feet, hands on your knees, balance a couple of times up and down. And the next time, just try to come up, either walk or jump back. Inhale, exhale, go all the way down. Extend the arms in front. Put your forehead just barely above the floor. Inhale. And exhale, bring the arms and the legs off the floor. Stay there for a few seconds. You don't have to come very high. Just keep the arms and the legs slightly off the floor. Tighten the abdominals, pushing the navel up. Pushing the navel up. Allow the air to flow. Inhale, come a little bit higher if you can. Exhale, relax down. We will do it one more time, but before you do it, please look at me for a second. We're going to try, when you come up, we're going to try to balance your ball up and down. Many times what happens when people do this is that they go like this, the arms and the legs, which is okay, but that's not what we want to do. That's often what happens, but it's not what we want to do. What you try to do is to try to balance within the possibilities. So we all together tie the abdominals, inhale, exhale, come up, arms and legs, stay there for a few seconds, and then within the possibilities, try to rock yourself up and down. Don't worry if it doesn't happen. Don't worry if what you do is up and down, arms and legs. That's okay. But keep the abs tight to protect the lower back. And breathe. Just do it a few more seconds. Try to rock up and down. Arms up, legs up. Inhale. Exhale, relax down. Push the floor with your hands. Come up onto your knees. Sit back on your heels. And one more time, bring your forehead toward the floor. And relax down in the child's position. Feel the twisting, the stretching on your back. Stay there breathing, allowing the air to flow. Hear the silence of this moment. Hear the silence of this moment.
And again, extend the arms in front. Walk with your hands, but if you want to reach the front of your mat, spread your fingers. Inhale, come up onto your knees. Open into a cobra. Push the floor with your hands, shoulders away from the ears. Stay there for a few seconds, breathing. Toes on the floor. And gently come up into a down dog. Start with your knees bent, push your chest towards your thighs, and then just take your time to push your heels towards the floor. Allow the air to flow. Now push your left heel against the floor, right leg out and up. Inhale. Exhale, knee towards your face. Inhale. Exhale, foot between your hands. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands on the floor. Right foot back, push-up position. Slowly going down. Inhale, come up. Toes on the floor, come up into a down dog. Stay there for a couple of seconds. Just take a deep breath. And then right heel against the floor, left leg out and up. Inhale. Exhale, knee towards your face. Inhale. Exhale, foot between your hands. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands on the floor, left foot back. Slowly going down. Inhale, come up into a cobra. Toes on the floor, come up into a down dog. We do another one, same thing. Left heel against the floor, right leg out and up. Inhale. Exhale, knee towards your face. Inhale. Exhale, foot between your hands. Slowly. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands on the floor. Right foot back. Push-up position. Slowly going down. Inhale, come up into a cobra. Toes on the floor. Come up into a down dog. Take a couple of deep breaths. Return to your silence. Hear the silence. Right here, right now. The heart is beating. Your body is very hot. Hear the silence. Right heel against the floor. Left leg out and up. Inhale. Exhale, knee towards your face. Inhale. Exhale, foot between your hands. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands on the floor. Left foot back. Slowly going down. Inhale, come up. Down dog. Bend with your knees, look between your hands. Either walk or jump between your hands. Sit on the floor. Bring your feet up. And stay there for a few seconds. Arms in front, hands in the floor, or elbows behind you. Stay there breathing. It's fine to stay there. If you have problems in your back, it's fine to stay on your elbows. It's fine to help you with your hands if you have difficulty with the balance, or extending the arms in front. Extend the spine. Open the chest. Tie the abdominals. Allow the air to flow. If you're shaking, it's not a problem. If you have pain in your back, that's a problem. Tie the abdominals. Try to push your chest out. Hands on your knees. Inhale. Exhale. Relax down. Allow the air to flow. Now again, bring your shoulder blades off the floor. Put your hands on your shins. Inhale. Exhale. Extend the legs in front. Shoulders away from the ears. Tie the abdominals. The legs can go lower down, but make sure the lower back remains on the floor.
Or if it's too much, keep your legs up. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. And keep going. The upper body doesn't move. The upper body remains up. The shoulder blades off the floor. The legs extend. You push the air out and you tie the abdominals. You bend the knees. Inhale. The upper body remains up. Exhale, extend the legs. And keep doing a couple more times. If you have a strong abs and you want to make it even more intense, you don't have to do it. But if you want to, when you extend the legs, you can also bring the arms behind your head. But don't go down. Stay up. Inhale. Exhale the legs and the arms. Inhale. Exhale the legs and the arms. Or just the legs. Try to do it 3 more times. If you bring the arms, don't bring the upper body down. Tie the abdominal when you extend. And the last time. And relax down. You can put the sole of your feet together, or you can extend the legs. Relax down. Breathe. We will do one more sun salutation and then one more up. Bring your knees to your chest, cross your feet, hands on your knees, balance your body a couple of times. And try to come up, hands in front, walk or jump back. Now go all the way down. Bend your knees, bring your hands behind your body, grab your feet, and I want you to first of all push your heels against your glutes. So you're using the strength of your arms to push your heels against your glutes. Now, soften your arms, and I want your feet are going to gently push against your hands, trying to bring the feet up towards the ceiling and push it on your hands and bringing the chest up together as you come up. Tie the abdominals, push your navel towards your spine. Soften your face, soften your neck. Go as high as you can, but be gentle, within your possibilities. Just keep pushing the feet, or pushing against your arms. Relax your arms. Relax your arms. Inhale, come a little bit higher if you can. Exhale, relax down. Hands on the floor, push the floor with your hands. And very gently sit back on your heels. Bring the forehead to the floor. Relax in the child's position. Feeling the twisting on your back. Stay there for a few seconds. Hear the silence. Just hear the silence. And again, very gently extend the arms in front. Spread your fingers. The middle finger is pointing right towards the front. Inhale, come up onto your knees. Push the floor with your hands. Open into a cobra. Put your toes on the floor. Come up onto your knees. And come up into a down dog. Start with your knees bent. Push your chest towards your thighs. And then slowly extend your legs into a down dog. Left heel against the floor, right leg out and up. Inhale. Exhale, knee towards your face. Inhale. Exhale, foot between your hands. Slowly. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands on the floor. Right foot back. Push-up position. Slowly going down. Inhale, come up into a cobra. And come up into a down dog. Take a couple of deep breaths. Soften your neck, soften your face. Hear the silence. And again, right heel against the floor, left leg out and up. Inhale. Exhale, knee towards your face. Inhale. Exhale, foot between your hands. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands on the floor. Left foot back. Slowly going down. Inhale, come up into a cobra. Toes on the floor. And come up into a down dog. Now, bend a bit your knees, look between your hands, either walk or jump between your hands, sit on the floor, and one more time, one last time, bring your feet up and either extend the arms, hands on the floor, or elbows on the floor. Stay there for a few seconds. Allow the air to flow. Even if you shake, that's no problem. Open the chest. Put the hands on your knees. Inhale. Exhale, relax down. Bring the hands behind your head. Open your elbows. Extend the right leg and bring the right elbow to the left knee. Try to keep the left shoulder blade off the floor and don't push on your neck. Inhale, center. Exhale, change. Inhale, center. Exhale, change. And keep going slowly at your own time. Inhale, exhale, change. Inhale, exhale, change. And keep going slowly. Every time you turn, push the air out to your mouth and tie the abdominals. Push the navel in. Inhale, exhale, push your navel in. Just do it a few more times. Keep connected to the body, keep connected to the breathing. Don't just do the gym, try to do presence as you do the gym. Just the last two on each side. Last two on each side. And when you finish, at your own time, extend the legs in front, bring the arms behind your head. Extend the arms, extend the legs, pull on the right arm, extend the right leg. Pull on the left arm, extend the left leg. Feel the stretching of your abdominals. Stretch, stretch. And then put your arms beside your body. Take a very short break and breathe. Stay there breathing. Allow the air to flow. Connect to the silence. You know, this connection to the silence is something we can do all day long because the silence is right there. We don't need this noise in our head all the time. The noise in our head happens all the time. But it's not necessary. Sometimes it's necessary. We need to think, we need to plan, we need to decide. We need to work on a particular problem. Then, of course, we need to think. The noise is necessary. But there are many small moments
And we can return to this experience of the silence. And then in time, you start to see that the experience of the silence is all the time. It's always there. It's just that the noise is like clouds on the sky. The sky is always clean, but sometimes there are many clouds. That's how our everyday life is, full of clouds. And the clouds cover this beautiful blue sky. In our case, this beautiful silence that we are in this moment, in all the moments. The clouds will always be coming back, but the recognition of the silence, the recognition of the sky can remain. Bring your knees to your chest. Put your hands on your knees. Push on your knees to come up. I want you to extend the legs in front. And then I want you to open the legs. Try to keep your sit bones on the floor. If it's too difficult, you will bend a bit your knees. But keep pushing the heels out and the toes pointing up. So either with your knees bent or with your legs extended, keep your sit bones on the floor, extend the spine, open the arms. Push your sit bones down, tight the abdominals. Tightening the abdominals is very important to keep your spine long. Inhale, exhale, bring the right hand towards the right foot. Open the trunk, extend the left arm out. And stay there. You're pushing towards your foot. You may not reach the foot, you may reach your knee. That's no problem. But keep your sit bones pushing down. Open the chest, extend the arm. Stay there breathing. Inhale, come up. And exhale, go to the other side. You know, the body is hot. The body is hot because of the movement we did before. And so when the body is hot, it's easier to do this stretching. And sometimes it's easier to reach further because of the heat in the body. But whatever you reach, even if you reach your foot or your knee, just stay there breathing. Open the chest. Extend the right arm out. Try to keep the right sit bone on the floor. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Stay there breathing. Inhale, come up. Exhale, change. Inhale, come up. Exhale, change. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bring the hands behind your body. Bring your feet to the floor. Push the floor with your feet. Squeeze the glutes and come up. As high as you can. Squeeze the glutes and come up as high as you can. The hands are pointing towards your feet. Inhale. Exhale, relax down. Again, extend the legs in front. Open the legs. Try to come into your sit bones. Open the arms. If you need to, please bend your knees. It's fine to bend your knees, especially if you're a boy. For the boys, not only, but especially for the boys, it's more difficult to open the hips. The women have the hips in a different position because of pregnancy and delivering. But that's just nature. But usually for the boys, it's more difficult. That's no problem. It's the same if you need to bend the knees. Keep your legs extended. Inhale, exhale, bring the left hand towards your right foot. Now, you may reach your foot or you may reach your knee. Don't round the spine. Keep your chest open. Just bring the hand towards your foot, trying to keep the sit bone, the left sit bone, on the floor. Look at the right hand behind you. Inhale, come up. Exhale, change to the other side.
Try to keep the right sit bone on the floor. Doesn't matter how far you reach. Look at the hand behind you. Soften your shoulders, soften your face. Inhale, come up. Exhale, change. Your feet are pointing up. Inhale, come up. Exhale, change. Inhale. Exhale, change. Inhale. Exhale, change. Inhale. Exhale, change. Inhale. Exhale, change. One more time on each side. Inhale. Exhale, change. Try to stay there. Breathe. Keep the left foot pointing up. Keep your spine long. Try to keep your chest open as much as you can. Doesn't matter how far you can go. Inhale, come up. Exhale, go to the other side. Stay there for a moment, breathing. Allow the air to flow. Inhale, come up. Exhale, relax the arms, bring the hands behind your body. Now, you can bend your knees and put your feet on the floor. Or you can keep your legs extended. The hands are pointing towards your feet. Inhale. And exhale, slowly come up. Pushing the floor with your hands, squeezing the glutes and coming as high as you can. If the legs extended is too much, bend the knees and then come up. So either with the knees bent or the legs extended, try to come up as high as you can. Squeezing the glutes. It's like if you want to put the sole of your feet on the floor if you have your legs extended. Push the top of the sole of your feet towards the floor. Squeeze the glute. Inhale, come slightly higher if you can. Exhale, relax down. Shake a little bit your hands. You're going to finish the class with the inverted position. Just gently lie on the floor. With your palm facing down. Now, if you have any problem in your neck, be very aware. This first movement is not a problem. For most people, it's not a problem on the neck at all because you don't put pressure on the neck. The second movement, coming with the legs up, that put much more pressure on the neck. So please be very aware of your possibilities. Now, tighten the abdomen, feet together. Inhale, bring your legs up. And exhale, bring your legs behind your head. You can support the body with your hands. And see that there is really not much pressure on your neck because the weight is not on your neck, but it's mostly on your shoulders. If you can keep the hands down. If you can keep the weight on your shoulder, but if you're too low and the weight is on your lower back, then put your hands on your back so the weight is not on your lower back, but it is on your hands. So the weight should be either on your hands or on your shoulders, but not on your lower back. And the feet are about 45 degrees behind your head. Keep your neck long. Push the head, like if you want to reach the back of the back wall. Soften your face, soften your lips. Now, for some of you, it's fine if you stay there. You don't have to do anymore. This already by itself, this is a great exercise. It relaxes your head. It brings a lot of blood into your head. It takes some of the liquids away from your legs. It's a wonderful, wonderful exercise. Now, for some of you, if you want to go deeper, you bring your hands to your back and you start to walk with your hands down towards your shoulder blades and try to come up into the candle position. Now, to extend the legs, you put some pressure on your legs, but when you're up there, relax your legs. The feet remain close to each other, but try to relax your legs. Soften your face. Try to come as high as you can. You try to keep your elbows as much as you can close to each other, And then you walk with your hands down. And then very slowly start to bring your legs behind your head. Now, for some of you, you just stay here. That's as far as you can go, and that's very good. But for some of you, maybe you want to go deeper, you want to go lower, and you bring the feet as far as you can behind your head. Maybe the feet touch the floor, maybe not. Try to keep your spine long. Soften your neck and breathe. Stay there for a few seconds. Just stay there for a few seconds. Soften your neck. I know there is a lot of pressure on your neck in that position, but try to soften your neck. Soften your face, keep the air flowing. If it's too much, you can just bend your knees and put your, like if you want to bring your knees towards your forehead, just to relax in there. If you can keep your legs extended, you keep your legs extended. Just a few more seconds. And then, very slowly, put your palms facing down and keeping your legs very close to your face. Don't bring the legs up. Keep your legs close to your face, pushing the floor with your hands. Start to bring the spine, vertebra by vertebra, on the floor. Very slowly, vertebra by vertebra, on the floor. And then slowly tighten the abdominals. You start to bring your legs down. And when you get down, bring the hands kind of under your glutes, your elbows very close to your body. Push the floor with your elbows, bring your trunk up. So the glutes are on the floor. You arch the spine and try to bring the crown of your head to the floor. And stay there, arching the spine in exactly the opposite way of how we did it before. It's like if you want to bring your forehead toward the floor. Push your floor with your elbows, arching the spine. Stay there for a few seconds. Inhale. And pushing the floor with your elbows very gently. Relax down, bring your knees to your chest. Put your hands on your knees. Just move your body right and left. And extend the legs in front. Put your arms beside your body with the palm facing down. Accommodate your spine. Try to extend the spine so you feel the length of the spine on the floor. If you have a pillow, you can put the pillow under your head to be more comfortable. Open your arms with the palm facing down, with the palm facing up. And for a few seconds, you're going to relax in this position. Try to stay there. Try to stay there. Breathing. Allow the weight of your body to rest on the floor. Allow the weight of your body to rest on the floor. Try to stay in this moment. This moment is when we assimilate the whole class. Even for a few seconds. Just try to stay there, like doing absolutely nothing. And that's the important part of this moment.
Really, the important part of this moment is the doing nothing. Just doing nothing. Not even trying to relax. It's just allowing this moment to be as it is. Allowing this moment to be as it is. Let go of your legs. Let go of your arms, your hands and your fingers. Make your abdominals very soft, allowing the air to come in and the air to go out. Allow your chest to open. Soften your shoulders, soften your arms, soften your hands, soften your fingers. Feel the weight of your arms resting on the floor. Again, let your abdominals very soft. Notice the air coming in and the air going out. Remember, what is important is that there is nothing to do. It's just lying on the floor and not waiting for anything. That's the most important part. Just not waiting for anything. Nothing needs to come, nothing needs to happen. Just this moment as it is. Soften your chest, soften your shoulders, soften your neck. Feel your face, the skin like melting towards the floor. Feel the weight of your head resting on the floor. Feel the sensation of the whole body being supported by the floor. And just for the next few seconds, in silence, recognizing the silence that is always here. Even if thoughts come, thoughts are like clouds. Even if the day is very, very cloudy, you know that the sky, the blue sky is right there. Even if your head is full of thoughts, you know that in the depths of your being there is silence. There is always silence. Silence never goes. Just like the sky is never affected by the clouds. It's not affected, the sky. In the same way, our own silence is never affected by all the noise that we have in our head. So don't worry for the noise. Just recognize the silence. Recognize the silence that is in you all the time, that is everywhere all the time. The silence is the voice of God. The silence is the voice of the universe. And the silence is our own deeper voice. You can stay there for as long as you want to. And please do stay there if you feel like it. And if you're ready to come up, just very slowly stretch your arms, stretch your legs. Just take your time. But stay there if you want to. Stay there. Thank you very much. I will send the schedule for next week, probably on Sunday. I'm not sure how the schedule is going to be, if it will be the same or not. But I will send an email on Sunday. And thank you very much for being here with me. I wish you a very nice weekend. Take care. Stay safe. And recognize your silence. Ciao. Thank you. Please leave your comments if you want on the live chat or below in the comment section. And if you like the class, you can like it. Thank you. Ciao.